Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're into gaming, content creation, or just want your PC to run like a beast, today's video is for you. I've spent the past few weeks personally testing some of the most popular GPUs, and I've also dug deep into real customer reviews so you get the full picture, not just the lab specs. Today, we're counting down the 5 best graphics cards available right now, from budget-friendly workhorses to absolute performance monsters. If you want to check out the latest prices, be sure to look at the product links in the description box below. So, let's get started. Number 5. SOYO AMD RX 6600M 8GB Graphics Card. Alright, picture this: you're scrolling through graphics cards online, maybe thinking, ugh, everything's either overpriced or underwhelming. Then bam, you spot the SOYO AMD RX 6600M 8GB graphics card. And at first, you're like, wait, isn't that a laptop GPU? But nope, this thing's been adapted for desktop, and honestly it's kinda a hidden gem. So here's the deal. We're talking 8GB of GDDR6 VRM, a 128-bit memory bus, PCIe 4.0x8 interface, and only a 100-watt power draw. Yeah, you don't need a massive PSU here, 450 watts is plenty. Plus, it supports resolutions up to 7680 by 4320, which is overkill for most people, but hey, nice to have. And then there's the dual fan cooling. Out of the box, temps are decent, though if you live in a tropical climate you might see those numbers creep up into the 80s. A few folks mentioned undervolting, slapping on some better thermal paste, and cranking the fans, and suddenly boom, temps drop and performance stays solid. Connectivity-wise, you get HDMI 2.0 and 3 DisplayPorts, which means you can run multiple monitors, perfect if you're streaming, editing, or just flexing with a triple-screen racing sim setup. Now I know what you're thinking: cheap card from China, is it risky? Honestly, I saw so many mixed reviews that I had to laugh. One guy was convinced it was a scam until he plugged it in and was like, oh my god, it actually works. Others say it's whisper quiet, installs with zero driver drama, and performs way above its price point, especially if you're coming from an older card like the RX 580. Of course, not everyone's story is sunshine and ultra settings. A few unlucky buyers got theirs in rough packaging, some even damaged. And yeah, in rare cases, temps ran hotter than expected. But the majority? Super happy. Some even paired it with a beast like the RTX 4070 for dual GPU experiments, and apparently it worked beautifully. Performance-wise, this card punches way above its weight for 1080p and even 1440p gaming. You can crank most games to high or ultra, keep frame rates smooth, and still sip power like a budget king. And the price? Man, some people grabbed it for $180, others for $150, and at either price it's kinda ridiculous value. So yeah, the SOYO RX 6600M is not a perfect card, it's more like that scrappy underdog that surprises you in the final round. If you're building a budget PC, upgrading from something ancient, or just need a solid backup GPU, this thing deserves a look. Number 4. MLLSE AMD RX 5500 XT 8GB Gaming Graphics Card. First off, this thing runs on the Navi 14 chip, rocking 1408 stream processors. Core clock hits around 1717 MHz, and the memory clock? A smooth 14,000 MHz with 8 GB of GDDR6 VRM on a 128-bit interface. Yeah, not bad at all for the price range. Now, the design: it's got a dual fan cooling system, and oh my god, these fans move air like crazy. The air volume is doubled compared to some smaller coolers I've tested, so the heat dissipation is actually impressive. Plus, it's got a direct heat pipe system that spreads the heat fast, meaning even under heavy load, you're not cooking your GPU. Power-wise, it's got an 8-pin connector, draws around 130 watts, and MLLSE recommends at least a 450-watt PSU, but honestly, I'd say go for a 550-watt just to be safe. As for outputs, you get one HDMI and 3 DisplayPorts, so hooking up multiple monitors or running 4K Ultra HD is no problem at all. And yes, I tested it. Games like Syndicate and Mortal Kombat 10 ran buttery smooth. You can play newer titles too, as long as you're okay with dialing back some settings to medium for that stable FPS. And I have to say, customers weren't lying in the reviews. It's not a monster card, but it really does the business, especially if you pair it with a decent CPU. One person even said, "It works like sweet," and honestly, that's a perfect way to put it. So, if you're looking for a wallet-friendly GPU that can handle 1080p gaming without making your PC sound like a jet engine, the RX 5500 XT 8GB from MLLSE is a solid pick. Number 3. MSI RTX 5060 8GB Gaming Graphics Card. So, under the hood, we're looking at 3840 CUDA cores and 8GB of GDDR7 memory running at a crazy 28 gigabits per second. Yeah, that's fast. And it's all powered by Nvidia's new Blackwell architecture with DLSS 4, which means you guessed it, better frame rates, sharper visuals, and a smoother overall gaming experience. The card itself is SFF ready, so if you've got a small form factor build, no worries, this thing fits. At just 197mm long, it's compact but still mean looking with MSI's Torx Fan 5.0 design. Basically, the fan blades are linked by these ring arcs to push stable, high-pressure airflow right where you need it. And check this out, the fans actually stop spinning when your temps are low, so no annoying noise when you're just browsing or watching videos. Cooling-wise, MSI didn't mess around. You've got a nickel-plated copper baseplate pulling heat right off the GPU and memory, square core pipes for maximum contact, plus extra thermal pads to keep everything on the PCB nice and cool. Add in the DRMOS power design for better efficiency, and yeah, this card is built to last. Now, performance? With a boost clock of 2527 MHz and a 128-bit memory interface, you're looking at smooth gameplay in pretty much any modern title at 1080p and even 1440p if you tweak settings. Oh, and the power requirement, just a single 8-pin connector and a PSU starting from 550 watts. And if you like pushing your hardware, MSI Afterburner is right there for easy overclocking. The OC scanner basically finds the best settings for you, and you can monitor temps, clock speeds, and more in real time. So your good cooling, clean design, latest architecture, and white aesthetic, that's gonna make your setup look premium. Honestly, the MSI RTX 5060 Ventus 2X OC White feels like a sweet spot for gamers who want performance without going full overkill. Number 2. MSI GeForce RTX 4070 Super 12GB Gaming Graphics Card. The MSI GeForce RTX 4070 Super 12GB Gaming Slim, and yes, this is the World of Warcraft edition. Not only does it look insanely cool with that co-branded design, but it's also an absolute beast when it comes to performance. First off, specs. We're talking boost clock at 2475 MHz, 21 Gbps memory speed, and 12 GB of GDDR6X. You've got 3 DisplayPorts and an HDMI 2.0 that can push 4K at 120Hz HDR or even 8K at 60Hz HDR. So yeah, if you've been dreaming about buttery smooth visuals, this thing delivers. Now, cooling, and honestly, MSI really nailed it here. It's rocking the Trifroster 3 thermal design with Torx Fan 5.0. The fan blades are linked by these little ring arcs to stabilize airflow. You've got a copper baseplate pulling heat straight from the GPU and memory, core pipes spreading it evenly, and airflow control that keeps things cool without sounding like a jet engine. Even the backplate has a large vent so air can flow right through. It's like cooling zen mode. And in terms of performance? It's so good. Cyberpunk 2077, Call of Duty Cold War, smooth, stable, cool temps the whole time. Fortnite, Destiny 2, Erasing, Marvel Rivals, you're pumping out high FPS at 1440p like it's nothing. Frame generation with DLSS 3 just takes it to another level, and Nvidia Reflex gives you that snappy, ultra-low latency feel if you're into competitive gaming. What I love is that even though this is the slim version, you're not losing performance. It still has that triple fan aggressive look, but it's thinner, so it fits nicely in more cases. Plus, MSI throws in a GPU stand in the box, which is actually super handy because this thing is still heavy. And people who've bought it, they're obsessed. One person said it ran so cool and quiet that they preferred gaming on this over their RTX 4090 desktop because the 4090 turned their office into a sauna. Another upgraded from a GTX 1660 Ti and was like, best value in the 40 series, period. If I had to sum it up, this is just one of those cards that feels right. Powerful enough for high-end gaming, quiet and cool enough to not be annoying, gorgeous design, and it's future-proof for years. Whether you're running it in a big tower or pairing it with an eGPU for a mini PC, it's just it's that good. Number 1. Nvidia GeForce RTX 4090 Graphics Card. Okay, so let's just get this out of the way. The Nvidia GeForce RTX 4090 is the ultimate GeForce GPU. Like, seriously, if you've been waiting for the top of the mountain graphics card, this is it. It's powered by Nvidia's Ada Lovelace architecture. It's got a jaw-dropping 24 gigs of G6X memory, and it basically laughs in the face of anything you throw at it: gaming, 3D rendering, AI stuff, you name it. Now, the jump in performance and efficiency here is massive. You're getting ultra-high FPS and 4K, incredibly detailed virtual worlds, and it's not just for gamers. If you're a creator, 3D artist, video editor, even running AI models, this thing is basically a productivity monster in disguise. But hey, you don't have to just take my word for it. I went through what actual customers have been saying about this beast, and oh my god, some of these are gold. One person put it perfectly: this is straight up the best graphics card you can buy. They even did the math and said they're getting about 1 frame per dollar. $2,000, 2000 FPS. Now, okay, your mileage may vary, but still, point taken. Another buyer said it was a huge purchase, but totally worth it if you're a serious gamer or game dev. They called it a pedigree stallion out of the box, and I kinda love that description. Whether it's maxing out a AAA game or sculpting some ridiculously high poly mesh in Blender, it just purrs. They even mentioned Unreal Engine 5.4 running like butter alongside an i9. And then there's the guy who bought it for his 77-year-old dad, who, by the way, is a hardcore gamer. His dad's old RTX 3070 fried while playing Hogwarts Legacy, and yeah, apparently that game has been cooking GPUs left and right. So they rebuilt the whole system with a 4090, a new cooling setup, and now? His dad's putting in 8 hours a day in Hogwarts. Honestly, respect. Now, it's not all rah-rah. There was one buyer who actually returned it, not because the card was bad, but just out of personal caution after a bad Xbox experience. Still, they admitted the RTX 4090 package felt premium, and they might give it another go in the future. And here's something I found interesting: not everyone buying this card is a gamer. One person grabbed it to run large language models and said it performed beautifully. They admitted they have no idea how to measure gaming performance, but for AI work? Total powerhouse. Oh, and let's talk physical design. This card is huge. Like, huge. If you're building in a small case, you better measure twice before pulling the trigger. But it does arrive in some seriously cool packaging, and for many, installation was super straightforward. Bottom line? The Nvidia GeForce RTX 4090 isn't for everyone. If you're just gaming at 1080p, this is pure overkill. But if you're all about pushing 4K ultra graphics, high-end content creation, or you just want the absolute best consumer GPU on the market right now, it's hard to beat. So there you have it, the 5 best graphics cards for 2025, tested hands-on and backed by real customer feedback. Whether you're gaming at 1080p or going all in with 4K ray tracing, there's something here for every setup and budget. Check the description for links to each card to see current prices and deals. If you have a favorite GPU, or think I missed one, drop it in the comments. I love hearing your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.